Persepolis, the imperial capital of ancient Iran. The sun is rising over a vast stone platform carved into the mountains. Columns taller than modern buildings cast long shadows across a silent city. But this place is not abandoned. Not yet. You hear footsteps. Hundreds of them. Voices in languages from across the known world. Gold glints in the morning light. And at the center of it all, a king waits. What you're looking at is not just a city. It's a statement. A message carved in stone. This is Persepolis, the ceremonial heart of the greatest empire the world had ever seen. And today, using AI reconstruction, we're bringing it back to life not as ruins, but as it stood at its absolute peak under Darius the Great. Persepolis was never meant to be an ordinary city. It wasn't built for trade. It wasn't built for survival. It was built to impress. Constructed around 518 BCE, under Darius I, Persepolis served as the ceremonial capital of the Achaemenid Empire, a superpower that stretched from Egypt to India. Using AI reconstruction based on archaeological remains, inscriptions, and historical research, we can now visualize this city in stunning detail. Not just its buildings, but its people, its rituals, its power. Because Persepolis wasn't just architecture, it was theater, a stage where empire was performed. The Terrace of Power. This is the platform, a massive stone terrace rising about 15 meters above the surrounding plains. It covers over 125,000 square meters. Everything begins here. To reach the city, you don't rush. You ascend. Wide staircases guide you upward. But here's the detail most people miss. The steps are shallow, designed so dignitaries could walk side by side. No one rushed into Persepolis. You entered slowly, deliberately. As you climb, AI reconstruction reveals something striking. The walls are alive with carvings, delegations from across the empire, 23 different nations bringing tribute, gold from Lydia, ivory from Nubia, textiles from Babylon. Each group dressed differently, each face carefully carved. This wasn't decoration. This was propaganda, a visual map of power, the gate of all nations. At the top of the staircase, you arrive here, the gate of all nations. Massive stone guardians stand at the entrance, winged bulls with human heads, each weighing several tons. They don't just guard the gate. They announce it. You are entering the center of the world. Inside, the space opens wide. Columns rise above you. The air feels cooler in the shade. This is where delegations gathered before meeting the king. Think about that moment. Representatives from across 3 continents, speaking different languages, wearing different clothes, all waiting for one man. But while this gate symbolized unity, it also reinforced hierarchy. Everyone could enter, but not everyone was equal. The Apadana heart of ceremony. This is the Apadana, the largest and most important hall in Persepolis. It once held 72 columns, each about 20 meters tall. Imagine standing inside it. The ceiling above you disappears into shadow. The columns stretch upward like a forest of stone, and at the far end, a raised platform. That's where the king sat. During Nowruz, the Persian New Year delegations approach this hall in ceremony, one by one, step by step, bringing tribute. AI reconstruction shows the full scene, colorful garments, polished metal, perfumed oils in the air, and absolute silence, until each group reached the throne. But here's what makes this fascinating. Unlike many empires, Persia didn't erase local cultures. It absorbed them. That's why every delegation looks different, speaks differently, moves differently. This wasn't forced unity. It was controlled diversity, a system designed to hold an empire together. But while ceremonies projected order and harmony, behind the scenes something even more complex was happening, because Persepolis wasn't just symbolic, it was operational. The treasury, wealth of an empire. This is the treasury a vast complex used to store wealth collected from across the empire. Gold, silver, precious objects, but not just treasure records, tablets, administrative documents. Thousands of clay tablets have been discovered here, written in multiple languages. They reveal something surprising. Workers were paid, rations were tracked, labor was organized with precision. This wasn't chaos. It was bureaucracy, highly structured, highly efficient. AI reconstruction shows workers moving through corridors, officials counting goods, scribes recording everything. Empire at this scale required control, and Persepolis was the control center, royal residences. This is where the king lived, but don't expect excess everywhere. The royal palaces are elegant, but controlled. Large halls, private chambers, open courtyards, built for both power and privacy. One detail stands out in the AI reconstruction: the use of light. Sunlight filters through columns. Shadows move across stone floors. It feels calm, deliberate, because Persian kings didn't just rule through force. They ruled through presence. Every space reinforced authority. Every movement was seen. But even the most powerful cities are not immune to time or to fire. The fall of Persepolis. In 330 BCE, everything changed. Alexander the Great arrived. The empire that built Persepolis fell, and the city was burned. The exact reason is still debated. Revenge, strategy, or simply a message. But the result was the same. Flames consumed wooden roofs. Heat cracked stone. Smoke filled the sky. AI reconstruction captures the moment. Fire spreading across the Apadana. Columns glowing in the night. The silence replaced by chaos. A city built to display eternal power, destroyed in a single night. Today, Persepolis stands in ruins, broken columns, weathered carvings, fragments of a once great vision. But through reconstruction, we see something more. Not just what it looked like, but what it meant. Persepolis was never just a city. It was a message that power could be organized, displayed, and remembered. And in many ways, it still is. Because modern capitals, government complexes, even global summits, they all echo this idea. Architecture as power, space as control. So the next time you see a grand building, ask yourself, what message is it sending? And who is it meant to impress? Thanks for watching. If you want to see more AI reconstructions like this, ancient cities, lost empires, forgotten moments, leave a comment with what we should rebuild next. And if you found this immersive, don't forget to like and subscribe, because history is far from finished.